So I'm having some problems with my internet, but I hope that you guys will stay tuned and stay on. And I had mentioned earlier, I hope that everybody is doing well. We're in an environment that we're in the coronavirus season, so we're in a new environment where we've got to do better and be better. But I was reading a Facebook post today of an individual, and she said, "Why are people out here encouraging other people to live, do life better once they come out of this coronavirus? And why are people encouraging people to start a business?" And that really shocked me because now is the prime opportunity for us to be better, do better, live better, and come out of this better people. I myself, and I know many of you all have as well, been living life in the fast lane, um, working the demands of a job, raising children, even if you're a grandparent, aunt or uncle, and just being involved in other people's lives and helping them out and still trying to work your business on the side or still desiring to do a business. We've all had pretty busy lives. And so I'm just seeing how loud my sound is. I hope that's better. Um, but we all have had really busy lives. And so it is time during this coronavirus season to really focus on those things that are important to us, to focus on those things that matter most. And so I want to talk about today just the power of making a decision and just the power of making some decisions to live life better, to making some decisions to do life better, to making some decisions that we get on the right path for our life. And you all let me know if that sound is still low. I've tried to turn it up on my computer, so hopefully it's working. So like I said, I heard this individual say, "Why are people out here encouraging people to do life better?" And it's like, you better. If nobody else encourages you, you better be making the determination to do life better. And so I wanted to talk just a few minutes on what we can do life. I hope you guys are doing good. And let me just check again my volume to see if that is better. And I hope that works. And so we've just got to make a decision that we're going to do life better. We've got to make a decision that we're going to have a better life. We're going to make a decision that we're going to do some things differently to really get in the path that we know that our lives should be on. And many of us have had some challenges in life. Hey, my cousin from California. Hey, Lady Clark. Hey, all my friends out there. We've had some challenges in life, but the key is, what are we going to do to refocus our life? What are we going to do to make some plans to make our life better? It's like we've heard the saying, when life hands you lemons, what do? Make lemonade. And so I believe that we're all in a point in our life that we can do better, be better, make better decisions, and come out of this stronger. And so I wanted to talk about the power of decision, the power of having a vision for your life. And you may say, "Well, I've always had a vision for my life." That may be true, but I really want to refocus on the necessity of getting clarity and having a vision for your life. So, first thing is, a vision will determine how you spend your time. So if you don't have a vision for your life, time just gets away from you. Time is like water in a cup. If it spills over, it can go everywhere. But when you have a vision, you keep that vision in that cup and you tell that cup where to go. You determine where you put that cup at. And so we have to see that our vision will determine how we spend our time. And there are many pulls on our life to take us away to attend to urgent things. And I'm saying we can't attend to the urgent. During this season, we've got to really attend to what's important for our life and making sure that we have success in our life. And it might sound sound a little bit selfish right now, but you know, many of our lives has been spent taking care of other people. Well, I'm saying during this coronavirus time, start focusing on you. Start focusing on what matters most to you. Start focusing on the vision that you have for your life in the future. Let me tell you what other things that vision does. When you have a vision, it will decide where your resources go. So, which means you don't have wasteful spending. You don't just can hang out with friends. We're not able to do that now with this coronavirus season. But you make very deliberate decisions with the resources that you have. You make, and resources can mean money, it can mean time, it can mean your skills and your abilities and just how good you are in a particular area. But you make some decisions with the resources that you have and that you don't squander your resources. And so having a vision puts you, it lets you know how to spend the resources that you have. Setting a vision for your life, as we're again coming out of this corona season, you reestablish your priorities. You really focus in on what matters most. Hey, my friends, Pastor Johnson and Denise Johnson out of Florida. Good to see you guys. But when you have a vision for your life, you set your priorities. You determine what is important and what is not important. And that may mean taking some things off of your plate, because our plate has been full these last few years, these last years of life. We have had a full plate, taking care of everybody else, taking care of other situations, taking care of all the things that our life has consisted of. Hey, Miss Carolyn Dawson, I'm telling you, it is time to refocus the vision for your life and only put on your plate what matters most. And it does sound a little bit selfish. Hey, Miss Jill out of Tennessee, how you doing? But it may seem selfish, but it's okay. Because in the long run, with you establishing a vision for your life, you're going to be able to help more people in the long run anyway. When you establish a vision for your life, you set your destiny, you set your future, you set the course of the way you want your life to go. And in this season, all of us have been turned topsy-turvy. But what we do now is to get a vision, to refocus, and to get on a solid path for our life. And so we've got to make a decision of what path are we going to get on. But of having a vision and taking time to write that vision down will bring clarity to your life. And so no longer can we just live life by the seat of our pants. No longer can we just live life and just whatever happens to us. And I like to equate it to an emergency room doctor and a doctor that you have to call and make appointments. That emergency room doctor is flying off the seat of his pants. But when you have a scheduled appointment, it's your time, you go in, you take care of business, and then you leave. I'm saying start making your life like a scheduled doctor's appointment, which means when people want to come in your life, it's on schedule, it's on purpose, it's going. We can no longer live our lives as emergency room doctors. And you know, I heard the unfortunate news just within the last couple of days that there was a doctor out of New York that lived in the worked in the emergency room in one of the hospitals in New York, and she unfortunately took her life. And I can imagine the pressure of just being in this season, taking care of people, caring for people, and then unfortunately, so we gotta really make sure that we use our life as a scheduled doctor, not an emergency room doctor. What else vision does for your life? It determines your destiny. It determines where you're going to be in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. When you write a vision for your life, you're saying, this is where I want my life to go. This is where I'm going to plan my life to go. And it has to happen. See, life happens, but it happens to those successfully when you plan. Life is happening to everyone right now. But the winners in this season are those that's going to take it and let's plan. Let's work this. Let's make this a little bit better. Let's shape this a little bit differently. So I'm telling you, shape your life differently. Plan for your life to be a little bit differently. Just don't let life happen to you, but you make some decisions to do better, to be better, to write your vision down. And we've seen over and over and heard of many, many testimonies of folks that have said when they wrote it down, it happened. So I'm just really encouraging you to write your vision down for the next 2 months, the next 6 months, the next year of where you want your life to go. Vision also determines your friends. So I believe that we're also in a season, in this coronavirus season, there may be some people that we unfortunately may have to eliminate from our life. We may have discovered that, people are, I believe, are like elevators, buttons on an elevator. They will either take you up or they will take you down. Hey, Mr. Morecram, how are you doing? So you have to decide who is going to go up with you and who is going to go down with you. And unfortunately, that may mean long friends, long-time relationships. It may be people in your family. It may be some people that just have not been in your corner because, last week we talked about establishing that dream team, establishing that core group of folks that are with you, that core group of people that you can bounce things out of, that core group of people that will tell you the truth, look you in the eye and tell you the truth, not criticize, because there's a difference between somebody that's going to be critical of where you're going as opposed to somebody that's going to encourage you with where you're going. And so at this season, I believe that we're having to reassess lots of things. We're having to not only reassess our finances, reassess our friends, reassess where we're going with our life and establishing a new vision. And so with that, it may mean there's some people that won't go with you for the full journey. And that's okay. You've just enjoyed the season that they have been in your life. But for the next season of my life, for where I'm going this part forward, they can't go with me. And that's okay. Your having a vision for your life also determines what pursuits you're after. What dreams are you going to go after? And I'm a firm believer that dreams are not just for the young. I'm a firm believer that God gives gifts to all of us. And it is so important that we passionately pursue all the dreams that are in our heart. And so you cannot let those dreams that have been in your heart, those things that you desire to do in your life, even if it's starting a nonprofit, feeding the poor, making masks for people, whatever it is, you know what it is. I'm telling you, having a vision and writing it down will help you achieve that even more. Vision is so important to our lives. It shapes everything that we do. And so there's a scripture there's a saying in the book that I love, a book of truth. It says, without a vision, people perish. Another translation says, without a vision, people cast off restraint. Or without a vision, people live life aimlessly. So I am telling you, don't live life aimlessly. Have purpose to these next few weeks, especially since they're relaxing some of the stay-at-home orders, and we will eventually, I don't believe we're going to get out to our the way that we used to do life, but things are going to be different. However, hey, my friend from England, Miss Brenda, however, while we're in this time, let's reestablish a vision for our life. So I'm just having some internet connections, and I just wanted to just say hello to you guys and just talk about vision and just making sure that we take out our notepads. And I have several, but this is the one that I've been jotting some things down over these last few weeks. So write down the vision for your life. And it's between you. It's between you and your Creator. Write down the vision that you have. Write down where you want to go in life. Where do you see your life in the next 2 months, the next 4 months, the next 6 months? And then we're going to talk about how are you going to get there. But the first thing you've got to do is write it down. You've got to write it down. We cannot, again, live by the hair of our chinny chin. We've got to have a plan, and then we've got to put that plan in place. So I want to say God bless you. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I trust that you will just, again, we're going to come out of this corona virus season stronger. We're going to come out better people. We're going to come out more focused, and we're going to live the life that we were created to live. So God bless you, and have a wonderful evening. We'll be in touch.